All right, so this is what we need to do to achieve our goals. We need to go to the next level of habit inventory. So you've already done one where you wrote some things down and you kind of thought about it and named your bad behaviors, or sorry, bad habits and the costs that went with it and the benefits and all that kind of thing. But now it's time to really focus on something called the replacement behavior, because this is how we're going to break the habit. Right? And again, we've probably talked about this a little bit, but we're going to really go in depth with that with a digital habit inventory. So the way it works, right? So we have this trigger, behavior, reward, and we have a cost. We don't want this cost. I want to get my homework done. I don't want low grades. I want to do well. But I also don't want to get frustrated with my brothers and distract myself. So what I need to do is come up with a replacement behavior that isn't me yelling at my brothers and then calling on my friends on the phone so I don't have to worry about them and distracting myself. Right? I need to come up with something else. So that's what you're going to be working on with your habit loop inventories coming up. Just like with that maze, instead of just doing the same way of getting to the center of the maze that I know just because it seems easier and it doesn't make me put in extra effort or stop and think, I need to start stopping and thinking about a replacement behavior that I'm going to do instead. So when this trigger happens, I'm going to stop and think, sit there and find a better way to the center of the maze. If I've already planned that out and thought of some different ones, it makes it a lot easier. I can stop and think and be like, nope, I'm going to try this other thing instead of what I normally do. That's the only way that you can actually break a bad habit that you have. Okay, so in this case, maybe a replacement behavior for yelling at my brothers and calling my friends on the phone, right, is finding a space, like working with a friend and going to a friend's house to do my homework when I don't have to look after my brothers and sisters. Right? If my parents are home, maybe I can ask, hey, my friend lives nearby, can I go there? Then I'm away from my annoying little brothers, right? I'm not getting frustrated by them, but I'm also in a place with, my friends helping me out. I can get my homework done. So again, I got to stop and I got to think. I've got to come up with a plan, and I got to make sure when this trigger happens, instead of just going the same path to the center of the maze that I already have, I'm going to stop and create a new path and find a better pathway that gets there. And once I've done it a couple times, it's going to take some practice and hard work. But once I've done that, right, I'm going to start creating a new habit, right, that gets me to the center of the maze without all those roundabout ways and without that big cost. So that's where we're going to work on right now. You're going to work through your own digital habit loop inventory, and I'll describe this a little more in detail as you work on that.